hope you're having a good day. My point on Take 10 today is to help you around the crafted stories of man's opinion. Let's go back to David, and we're going to move forward from there, and then we're going to start putting the planks that will build you a platform that you can stand on and all that junk be below you. David said that the turning point in his life was, for it was not an enemy that reproached me or came against me. Then I could have handled it. That's what he said. He said, neither was it he that hated me that did magnify himself against me. The outer world, those that think you're just absolutely crazy, that you're a bad thing on society, that's the evil one. He said, then I'd have hid myself from it. I'd have tried to find some way. But he comes back and he says, but it was you, a man mine equal, my guide, my acquaintance. We took sweet counsel together, and we walked into the house of God in company. The strength that you have is in keeping closed mouths about people. Now, we've all been a part of these discussions. We've been drawn into it. Well, what do you think about so-and-so? I have called my elders thinking I was helping them by giving them stories or things that I'd heard or giving them, that's all wrong with me. I have no dog in most fights. And you certainly don't have a dog in most fights if you are paying attention to the things that the Lord has given you. But your trouble doesn't come from without. It comes from people who have been around you, with you, partners, those type of things. And that's where you have to start strengthening yourself. All of this series has come about because a few days ago, I went to look on Facebook about a post that my wife had made concerning Moms Against Hunger, and I saw an old friend. Now, as you get older, you start having more memories, but you've lived long enough to see both sides of a story. And when I looked there, I saw an old acquaintance, and that old acquaintance was someone who I loved. I still do. I haven't had any contact with them for 35 or 40 years, but I still would love them. And in me, there's times when I think, I want to go find that person. I want to stop and see how they're doing. I want to talk to them. I want to regale them with all the good things that God is doing. And then I wonder, wait a minute. Perhaps it is not what we want in our life. Perhaps it is not the thoughts and the processes that will bring strength to me. What I need is to just keep the course and go forward. And then you see things that show you, yeah, I best stay away from that, because when people are caught in gossip, when people are caught in strange opinions about other people, many they do not even know, when people regale political people, when people regale presidents, when people regale the mayor, when people regale other pastors, and they don't even know them, what will they do to you? And just because you took sweet counsel together, went to church together, went to conference together, went to school together, doesn't mean anything. And right now, I want to tell you, be careful what you post in your anger. Be careful what you post in Instagram and Twitter and all these things. I'm not, the office helps me. But I can tell you, I'm sad about some of the things I have said. They were not love. And as I was looking for some posts that my wife made concerning her Moms Against Hunger, I saw this post from this long guy. Now, where I knew this guy from was I knew him from college. And in college, God blessed me to where I had ministry responsibilities. Went to college during the day, and at night I would preach in cities not far from Houston. Sometimes I would wait till Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and go down to Louisiana or a neighboring state, somewhere where I could drive and then get back for Monday morning school. This young man showed great prominence. He showed the ability to go forward in life. He had an ability to play and sing like none other. And so I just wanted to include him. We got a chance to preach a youth revival. So off we went to do this youth revival, And I was the one who had more experience in the pulpit. He took one service, I took the next, he took the pastor was thrilled with what we accomplished. And off he went. After that time, he had confidence in his ministry. We remained friends, and he went on to do great things, foreign and local, and became the pastor of a very, very well-known and respected church in the USA, and a large one at that. But having success does not give you the right to destroy another person, because people trust what you say. He was taking to task someone that I do believe he has never met, a pastor that some 20 or 25 years ago, I can't remember, had legal trouble, had trouble in the earth. His picture was on the front page of every place. The TVs rolled his hurt and pain day in, day out, and all the pain that man went through, and all the hurt that he went through. Stumbling, yes. Wrongdoing, yes. Trouble, yes. But that man even went to prison. And the clacking of the tongues of those that used to be walking into the house of God with him in sweet company, and those that were in ministry that just never knew him anyway. And I can't say that I even know the guy. I was so uncomfortable when I read the Post, because the Post said that this man did this and that, and they found him wrong, and la 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 la. And I thought that he was over it. And now he has a new ministry, and now he's doing this and that and the other, and that's wrong what he's doing. And I thought to myself, what's it to you? The poor man has now taken another beating. I don't know what he's doing. Yes, he was selling floating $500 worth of beans for $500 of food that would be great in a disaster. Hey, we would have used that bucket in Harvey here in Houston last year. We would have used it in Ike. I know some people in Hawaii would like to have a bucket of that food. But I mean, be that as it may, why weigh in on something that just brings discord? Especially those of you, my friends, whom God has raised up into great power and authority and might come across this. If I have harmed you, I will rectify it, and I will say that I'm sorry. I will move forward, because the only way that God can clear you is for you to be clear with others. I have hurt a lot of people. We do it. It's the nature of the game. The ministry is the most hazardous place on the world. There's no other place in the world. There's no chemical company. There's no plastic manufacturing. There's no fracking. There's no nothing that is as hazardous as the ministry, not even political realms. It works like this. A man and his wife, or a man or a woman, desires in their heart to start a small congregation, or to build a nonprofit to help the homeless, or whatever. They go and set up. Maybe they set up in an office. Maybe they set up in a little church. Maybe they put a few chairs out, get an accordion or get a piano or get a guitar, and they begin to sing. People begin to come. As they come, they become best of friends. People who didn't know each other for any time or any length, all of a sudden they are best friends. Now you stumble. Now you do something that's not wise. Now you do something in the infancy of your work that you should not have done. Maybe it was just a lack of wisdom. No sin involved, but now these who didn't know each other 6 months ago are now best friends, and they have an opinion about you. And they begin to craft stories that follow you all the days of your life. And I hurt for you about that. I pain with you about that. And I think that those of you that are stopping alongside the road say, man, I got to get something today. Come on, Bishop, tell me something. I'm telling you right now, lift your head up. Look above where you're at, and don't let those thoughts come in. People who took sweet counsel with you together and walked out and destroyed you in iniquity, let me tell you, that is not the Lord. Whether you were right, wrong, is no matter. What is right is we love in all things, and we seek to rebuild. If I can't walk with you, I just walk a separate direction, but I won't destroy the walk that you have. And in our ignorance, God is trying to teach us, and the wisdom of the Lord that is upon me now to inoculate you against the pain of the future involves going back and digging up. So if something's coming to you time and again, It's time to get rid of that before you start cursing them and entering into the same guile and viciousness that they are in. Walk in love. Walk in peace. Give it to God. Give him a chance. And you'll see within days that God will begin to vindicate you and bring you strength. And you know what? He'll just send you a blessing just to tell you he loves you. So I today call forth the blessing of the Lord upon you and let you just have a release today and have a good phone call. Close your phone. Close your email. Get away from conflict and go into the wisdom of the Lord and be inoculated from those things. And don't weigh in on things you don't have any. Don't weigh. Just if you can't say anything good, just don't say anything at all and bless the Lord and go forward and pray for those that despitefully use you. You're going to have a blessing. Now, from here, on the next Take 10, we go up. So you don't want to miss. And if you missed the first few installments of this, you need to go back and get it. You can get it on my blog, gregoryholly.com. You can get it, I think, on the web, Facebook, Instagram, blah, 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 whatever. But go forward. Don't stay where you are. Go forward in Jesus' name and get a blessing today. Open the door of your heart for a blessing. God bless you. I'll see you next time.